All right, so I'm going to do the seaweed. So I'm going to get this out of here, put this onto the mat, and I'm going to start to work it back and forth a little. I'm going to quick plug in my Sugar Shack, which is by Cake Safe, and I love it. And I'm going to lower the light just a little bit so I get the heat down inside of here. Why do I love it? Because it keeps the heat contained inside of here. So when I'm pulling sugar, I don't have cold air blowing around. And there's several vents in here, and that air coming at it is going to alter the condition of my isomalt. It'll be cool on one side, hot on the other. So it keeps it nice right inside of there. So everyone says, why? And that's why. It keeps it nice. All right? So I'm going to start by just moving this back and forth a little bit to get it to a taffy consistency. And you'll also see it change color as we go along. So it'll go right on through. And we have a question. I love questions.
Excellent. What wattage is your heat lamp?
It is a 250. Yep. I'm going to turn it really fast. It's very bright. Need a little sun?
Yeah.
We can get a little sun. It's
Okay.
very bright. It also gets extremely hot. So even the base here, I can touch it now because I just turned it on, will get hot enough to burn your fingers. So never touch it. Don't hit your hand up against that because it is hot.
Isn't that what it's made for?
It is made for that. That's exactly right. It does not say cold shack. It says Cake Safe, and it is a Sugar Shack heat
It's
shack.
a heat lamp.
A heat shack. Yeah.
It's a heat shack.
Exactly. So all I'm doing now is just manipulating this back and forth a little bit so that it becomes taffy, all right? And so at that point, I don't want to overwork it. I'm just going to set it underneath that lamp, and I could have multiple colors setting underneath there at one time. Now the other thing that I want to talk to you about safety is always having gloves on your hand when you are working with isomalt sugar. Please do not sit here like I am doing, you know that old saying, do as I say, not as I do. My mother drilled that into me. I love it. Even though I'm quite used to working with the sugar, my hands can pull plates and pans out of the oven. This will burn severely. So it's easy enough just to put a glove on, work with it. If a tad bit were to get up onto your finger, it's a matter of pull that glove off immediately instead of, having it on your skin where it's going to stick. Okay, so I'm going to pull this closer to me, and hopefully we can all see how this is going to get done. All right, I'm going to reach in, and I'm just going to pull. I'm just going to grab hold of a little piece, and I actually want to just start flattening it. And I'm just going to walk it that way, flattening it for a little bit. Pull as I come along, flatten it down as it pulls. And then I'm going to continue to pull it. I'm going to snap that off, get that back up underneath the light. I'm going to bring it over here then out of the light so that it can start to cool. And I'm going to play with it a little bit. And then once again, give it what? Life. Nothing flat. Remember, the water's moving things under the sea. Things should have movement to them. Right? So that's a piece of my seaweed. I'm going to come in and get another one. Go ahead. Once again, just slide it on out, manipulating it. And here's a little secret for you if you're going to do a lot of pulled sugar. Before you put your gloves on that are going to protect your hands, you can take Band-Aids. Yes, I said Band-Aids. Go to the dollar store, buy a box of Band-Aids, and where are you going to put them? You're going to put them on the fingers that are always pulling the sugar. So once again, I pulled that out, I twisted it, we're giving it life. Right? I'm going to lay that down. So if you watch me grab hold of this sugar, where am I working with it? I'm always got the sugar between my index finger and my thumb here on these. So you take those Band-Aids and the little pad that would be for an owie, you put it right here, wrap it. That little pad is going to absorb that heat. So you can pull sugar for hours without getting blisters on your fingers or them getting sore on you. It's just, it's a cheap little way to add extra protection for your hands.